Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I started to feel really nervous before I came on, and Jasper was asleep here and I moved his chair and I swapped them around. He heard the headphones on the table and now, guess what? He's cleaning himself, he's up, he's awake. I just had to have a banana to settle my belly. Seriously, nervousness. What I was going to do, or what I've been drawn to do, is to maybe pull some little individual piles, stories. It's like breaking it down in steps. But first of all, I want to read what Dr. Wayne Dyer suggests that we do on this Tuesday. Okay. An exercise, our way out of the cage. Okay. So today the exercise is, there is no cause and effect. Today take time to comprehend what it means just to be. You are not a human doing, but rather a human being. While form follows all of the rules of cause and effect, formlessness is a casual, just like the time you spend dreaming. Now here, now there, your thoughts independent of each other. You can get past pure cause and effect. You can get past pure cause and effect by tuning in to your invisible humanity. You need not continue to do the work you trained yourself to do simply because as a teenager 30 years ago you made some decisions about what you were going to apprentice or major in. You need not remain governed by the belief that past decisions cause you to be whatever you are today. You can be a creator without old rules governing your life. You can be anything you choose, regardless of what anyone says or does, and regardless of anything you have done or not done before. If you can imagine it, you can be it. And your imagination, your thinking, is not restricted to the rules of cause and effect. Today, Tuesday, work at not being the effect of anything, but the creator of that which you imagine yourself to be. You do not need a consultant in this matter. You simply need to put your form in harmony with your thoughts and just allow yourself to be it. Wow. Who knows what the reading's going to come up with. I've moved the microphone that side, just for settled. So it looks like, okay, we're just going to learn how to just be. Okay, you're not a human doing, you're a human being. Okay, he's up again. You've got to learn how to just be, Jas. Always having to clean all the time. Making sure you look all right. Okay, so let's have a look at these little piles I want to pull. I'm going to use the Lover's Oracle. And let's see what the story is. Okay, there's one story. Oh, okay, the colours are coming up very much the same. This, it said in that example, was, well, it was an example. I keep saying that. It's actually a sample. Okay, so it's like a test, a mock test. It said that you don't need anyone to help you with this. You can do this yourself. And your thoughts can change from here to there. Okay. Without there being any cause and effect. I'll tell you why I said that without trying to look what the cards are saying, because we have this card with a feminine on her own. And then all of a sudden, she's in the masculine's energy field with the same kind of colours. My eyes so wanted to look to see what they said. Okay, and then we have, oh, how beautiful. And then we carry it on with this. Let's put these on top of one another. This is going to tell its own story, I'm sure it is. Okay. We've got the masculine here who looks very upset. He can feel it. Yeah, very upset, look. Okay, so I believe that says a lot regarding the connection, just by these 5 cards. I can feel here that the Divine Masculine is very much missing the Divine Feminine's beauty, actually her touch. But energetically, he can feel her. Okay, so it's just like her sensuality is beaming out. It's like across the land to reach him. And it kind of encompasses him in this, this loving embrace. But it's like he wants to get closer. I kind of giggled because I put on a high neck, a roller neck today. I thought, oh, I'm really covering my neck. And it's just like this masculine here just kind of wants to get really close. But it's covered. It's like you can't actually get to the real thing, the real deal. And then this looks rather upsetting for the Divine Masculine. It makes this longing for the Divine Feminine, like he wishes he could be free. With the butterflies here. It's a beautiful transformation, though, that's being acknowledged, this connection. It's like, the way you make me feel, you really turn me on. You knock me off of my feet, my lonely days are gone. Okay, so it's very lonely times at the moment. The yin-yang. It's like he's just lost in his own little thought cloud here. And in comes the Divine Feminine. Okay, I feel like looking at this top one as well. We'll put it up here on its own. That's card number 6. Okay then. Well, I'm going to get an affirmator. Hey pretty baby with the high heels on. Oh, we've got 2 for him being quite unhappy. He is in this last one as well. You can still see the tears. It's like he can't escape it. It's like he wants to escape it, but he doesn't. It's like a longing here. The feeling of why does this have to just be energetic? It's like wants it right here now. Right here, right now, Fatboy Slim. Right here, right now. Oh, that was the biggest sigh Jasper just done. And I was kind of looking at him thinking, it's okay, you just need to learn how to be. He's like tearing himself apart here. It's like that self-sabotage. Self-harming. Anyway. It's like if he could just accept himself for how he is. Which is beautiful. Let's carry on. We're getting a You Got This card. Oh, got another 2 for there. This pile. Now I feel like I want to get a one of these little ones as well. We are going to get a Rider-Waite. I'm going to put them at the top. I've come over all tired as well. I was really upbeat, like really, really upbeat. I come over all tired. I just wonder if that's a sign. It's like a sign that you're going to be connecting. So you kind of know when it's coming. We'll get these little ones out, but I think they might just be clarifying. Okay, I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite first. Let's just make sure these cards are up the right way. We've got one that's stuck in here. Come out, come out. Come on, don't be shy. Who are you? Of course, it's a Page of Rods. It's that Divine masculine, look how young he looks. Like, oh, it said in the passage I read from the book about feeling a teenager. Okay. Come out. He wants to give a call out. It's like he makes the call. Or is the town crier. Okay. I'm not sure if I like the words that are coming through. It's like nobody likes a crybaby. The town crier. Okay, but well, let's move on. It's good to express your emotions. I want to let you know that you have a heart. Let's have a look at this right away, this first story. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups. Well, someone's being pulled out from the crowd. Three of Cups, this can refer to a third party situation. That's what I want to say it is. Definitely picking up on, maybe someone's been enlightened about this third party connection since like Halloween. Here. The Divine Feminine, I want to say, I'm going to say that's the Divine Feminine there being pulled out. Who's recognising the Divine Feminine, I'm not sure. Because all we can see at the moment is the Divine Masculine feeling a bit, the butterflies, nervous, feeling sick, agitated, needs to make a call. Now, we have the Feminine here. She's been on her own. But she's been self-loving, self-soothing. Okay. This says here, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So that's the message that the Divine Feminine, she's had the Divine Masculine on her mind. And she's been sending him these messages, secret messages, even if they're energetic. So I feel they are. To the Divine Masculine, sending him messages. It's like whispering sweet nothings in his ear. Now this could be, if this is a Divine Masculine in a third party situation, so he's in another relationship because the Divine Feminine's on her own. When I said about whispering sweet nothings in his ear, this other partner could be saying, you know, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Why are you smiling? And he could just be saying nothing. So I'm not sure. But I feel like maybe it's kind of coming on from yesterday's, like the masculine's being kept away from the Divine Feminine, and that there'd be a message coming through letting, like, the Divine Feminine getting wind of that. It's like an echo. I can hear him going, can you hear me? Yes. Echo. So he's trusting this. We did pick it up on yesterday's reading. He's trusting this telepathy, this connection. So a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and I love you. Not sure which way that's being sent, whether it's the masculine to the feminine, feminine to masculine. We will find out. Could be the masculine to the feminine. She's allowing herself to be showered in this love, this feeling of love. Okay, we're going to have a look at the affirmator. The affirmator is good things to come. So this is confirmation for both of them. That's why I can't work out who's sending the message to who, because it's an equal exchange. No one's like worse than the other, because there's good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right, and that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. So at the moment, I feel the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are playing this game of telepathy, sign synchronizations, and when it shows up in the physical, I think they're both going to be blown off their feet. Okay. When they get wind of it. What's you've got this card? Take the road less travelled and you'll find joy. Now, that was in reverse. They all might be in reverse. I don't know. We'll deal with it when we get there. When we get there. Take the road less travelled and you'll find joy. Now, we're not meant to be travelling at the moment, so good things to come. It looks like maybe there is a trip. As soon as like you can get in that car and travel some distance to see each other, you're going to. Because it was in reverse. So take the road less travelled and you'll find joy. You might find yourself, the way it's going, like arrested at the moment. It is getting a bit, you know, you're being made to stay in. How else are you going to communicate? Especially if it's this third party situation. It means that there's other people around. But there's definitely something here about who are you thinking about, what are you thinking, being asked to the Divine Masculine. And him saying nothing, but him saying nothing. Maybe he's just not saying nothing. All smells a bit fishy. Look, he's by the sea. A bit fishy. Oh. What is that in the sea? Never noticed that. Might see it better if we zoom in. What is that in the sea? I need a magnifying glass. Well, he's got the sun around his, like a pendant, a medallion around his neck. What's he got around his neck? His sun around his neck? It is a younger boy. Who's calling who out? Someone's got wind of something. I don't know what that is in the sea. Okay. You're going back up there. I'm going to clarify with these. The road less travelled. Unless this little one's got wind of the Divine Masculine maybe making plans, or he might have heard the Divine Masculine talking to himself. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. King of Swords. Well, the Queen of Swords speaks the truth, so the Divine Masculine may have let something slip. Someone's heard and someone's calling. Calling him out. Someone's seeing something. It could be a message that a child's seen. Kids always want to be on your phone, or you show them stuff. It's it'll have you jumpy. Receiving messages from another person if you're in a family unit. King of Swords. Well, I think he might have been speaking out loud. It's like an aha moment. He knows what to do. He could have been muttering to himself and someone's heard. We'll find out more. Yeah. Maybe plans. He might have been speaking to the children positively about future and the plans. I don't know. There's not really much more we can... He's finding the balance, and it's definitely something to do with the children, material, spiritual realms, bringing in the balance here. But it's good fortune. There's good fortune there. Okay, what's the next message? So now we have the feminine and masculine in this energetic embrace. It's the way that he's grinning at the kids, so he could have been caught doing something. Like a bit naughty. Like self-love, maybe. Pleasure. And it's the gentleman's face. It was just kind of like, I don't know, trying to make a joke of it, light-hearted. But it looks like this little one might go and tell. It's like, what are you doing in there? Or what were you doing? It's like, think quickly. I love how these readings come out, seriously, my mind. Think quickly. Let's move on. Because we've got the feminine masculine here embraced with one another. King of Cups, so the Divine Masculine being very much in love. On this card, it does show that the wedding ring is not on the wedding hand or the wedding finger. So this masculine most definitely is in love. He's dipping his toes in the water. He could be trying his luck. Trying his luck. As in, like, talking rather positively. I'm not sure. Praying. If he's trying his luck and he's talking positively, he's praying. He could be praying out loud and he's been heard. Let's have a look. What the Lover's Oracle. It says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So he has accepted the situation that he's in. Now it's about to transform, so change has happened. So if he's been muttering under his breath, if he's dissolved a marriage or decided in his mind it's done, okay, he's accepted it. Now things really do, because you've surrendered. They really do start to transform. Let's find out more. No judgments. So he wants to be happy. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? Wow, that's just Jasper's energy today. Because I said that there was he let out a big sigh. And I said he was judging himself on his appearance. Just not being happy with who he is. It's like he's irritated with himself. So this divine masculine here he's releasing himself from any and all judgments. He finds his inner critic, calls it into his office and tells it to take a vacation, just like everyone else's. Okay. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. That words come out so much. Who hired that guy anyway? Yeah, it's like the divine masculine saying, this isn't who I am. He wants good things to come. He wants to really enjoy this life. Trust. Okay, so it's like he's already decided he's like out of there. Looks like a kid's got wind of it. Upside down again. Everything is possible if you've got enough nerve. Now I felt like he's pushed his luck, so he might have let something slip. Depends how angry he is. He may have let slip the love for the divine feminine, or the divine feminine's love for him. So if he's in a relationship where he doesn't feel loved, he could really turn around and just say, what am I doing? You know, there is somebody that does adore me. Even if he's a partner may find that hard to believe, the current partner. But the divine masculine knows he's right. He just knows. How much do you tolerate? So everything is possible if you've got enough nerve. So some of this stuff might not have happened. This might be what's going through the divine masculine's mind. Take the road less travelled and you'll find joy. Does he do the road trip to the divine feminine? Like before it's really too late. He knows it will come anyway. But then he seems to have made his mind up. And given himself a good talking to, which we always do at the last minute. And especially as time is not on our hands anymore. And then we've got trust. So transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So the acceptance, I want to say, of a past relationship being over, done with, all judgments cleared up, especially on oneself. And then the acceptance of actually being in love with the divine feminine. Have you got enough nerve, divine masculine? Next card. Okay, so we've got the divine feminine, the divine masculine who's embraced here in the Lover's Oracle. But to have this in the physical, he does need to say goodbye to all the sick, puke, blood, sweat and tears. Blood, sweat and tears that's gone into the years. And now time doesn't really exist anymore. 2 cups behind him. Look how he's got this cloud around his head like enlightenment. That would really come in with maybe the divine feminine. Look behind. He's got the 2 of cups behind him. So her coming in behind. Giving him the encouragement, the love, the support. He's got to be sure. Okay. 5 of cups. Emotional loss. You need to say goodbye if you actually want the sexual union. That's like in the physical. Honour the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Wow, okay, so this is, are you good enough? Is it time for actual physical sexual union, or will that have to wait? Looks like someone's made a call. Well, we can see. Let's look at the affirmator. Courage. So you've got the divine feminine. It's like she's tempting him. It's like this magnetic draw. Just all these... it's like whisperings of forget-me-nots. So no one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Look how mighty he is here with his pants on, look. I'm not scared of my own shadow. You got this. Life is the best gift. If you accept it, again, it's in reverse, or you can just hide in the shadows. It's definitely about having this sexual union in the physical. He's not scared. He knows that this is the most healthiest thing that he could probably experience at the moment, as that's the best gift that life could offer the divine masculine. If he could ask for a gift, I bet it's that. I bet it's the same for the divine feminines. That. Courage. Everything is possible if you've got enough nerve and you've got courage. Let's move on. Okay, you're having a think now about that. You're thinking logically now. Okay, how much time do we have? You've gone a bit stone. Cold. Whilst you think. Transform into a beautiful butterfly. Is it possible? Because you've got the butterflies on his... it's like he's on his high throne. And then you have the butterflies with the spiritual transformation. Looks like the wind has calmed. So he's got wind of it already, of what's going on. And he's left us on a cliff edge. Butterfly here. He looks quite upset. Okay, we've got reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So I'm going to say that the divine masculine will be... He's had a lot of time to reflect. Is it really still time to give each other space? Because it's actually being put upon divine counterparts that aren't in union, especially sexual union, meaning they're together. You're going to have to wait longer. How does that feel? Let's have a look at the affirmators. Manifestation. You can have it if you want it. It's just yourself blocking yourself off from your manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? I said, I bet it's that sexual union with the divine feminine. Love. Right now. Selfishly, for oneself, love. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Also for the children. To be abundant, happy, healthy, loved. Okay, divine masculine, this is a bonus card. It's time to reflect. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You're holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. We were speaking about the kids. I spoke about maybe the divine masculines being busted. Why he's self-loving. But it says you can conjure up anything, and it's like, what kind of story has he told the children? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's kind of making me giggle. Okay, I'm not sure because I think this kid might have gone and told the story. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Just by chance he's holding a wand. Up the top now. It's blooming. It's budding. It's bulbing. It's screwing. What is going on? I don't know who's been doing what. Because there's a third party situation. You cannot just assume that it's only the divine masculine that has a, you know, an outside relationship. Maybe his karmic partner, his feminine, has one also. And maybe the little boy has seen that. And has tried to give divine masculine. Make him aware. Maybe through signs, synchronizations, not the whole story. But it could be that the divine masculine has laughed it off and now he's having to think about that. About whether there was any truth. Because we've got the King of Swords twice here. I just noticed. Anyway, let's get back to this. It could have it could have anything to do with anything, okay? If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. That's interesting. I do remember when I was like on the build-up of separating with my husband. I think I kind of made it perfectly clear to him all the things that I wanted that wasn't in alignment. And you can find yourself kind of realising it's like, well, maybe it's best, you know, we're not together then. Because the differences really are magnified. Magnified manifestation. I don't know why I want to call it that. Magnify your manifestation. Anyway, it's a bonus card. I don't know why I just threw that in, but I did. We've got another one. Affirmator, and it's joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it well way better. Right, should we get the words out? Joy, I'm really referring to is the divine feminine. We've been picking up on that word, joy. And it is the divine masculine's joy, she's there. I don't know, it's just a buttercup. So to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. And I want to say that no matter where the divine masculine is, he knows he's going to be in Joyville if he's with the divine feminine. Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down? Okay. So to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today I will add joy to everything. It could be speaking about the divine feminine out loud then. Today, by chance. It might all have come out. All out in the open. It will come out at some point. The divine will manifest that one. Okay. I will add joy to everything, really slaver it on. Today I am the Orville Vendenbacher of joy. And life's popcorn is about to get it. Oh my. He's popping. Divine masculine is popping. He's on a roll. It's like he's putting on such a show. Okay. Orville. Rodinino. And then you had Rodinino. Emu. is like Jasper. Snap, 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 that. And then you've got, who's totally out of control. Don't know why we're going to puppets here. Well, it's because of Orville, a song. But Orville and Keith someone. Keith Harris? No, that's Rolf Harris. Keith. Listen, anyway, there's Orville. And he's this green duck, bird. Duck. He wears this big nappy. It's like, Orville, who is your very best friend? You are. I'm gonna help you mend. He goes, yes, your broken heart. Anyway, Orville. He's got a nappy on. Should we carry on? Okay. Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. No. You learnt a lot. You feel like you've wasted so much time. But maybe. Because this is what he's thinking here. Reflecting. Have I wasted time? What about all the time I've wasted? None of that was wasted. That was all part of like the lesson. The growing experience. Okay. So time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. For that to be in reverse as well. Definitely touching on this time element. And then life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Okay. In reverse, you found yourself. Divine Masculine. You've had a big wake-up call. Not sure by who, but you've had a big wake-up call. Okay, it's time for you to create you now. It looks like you feel your most joyous. If you could have anything you wanted, it's your Divine Feminine. Okay, let's get on to this last message then, of course. Okay, spiritual union, Divine Feminine, exchanging that cup. No, this is spiritual union. That lion's frowning. It's kind of like, are you going to manifest this in the physical? Does this become physical union? Because you've got the yin yang, you've got the Divine Feminine, encouraging the Divine Masculine here, wanting to comfort him. He looks so sad and down and out. She looks it actually looks like she's handing, like this. It's like, and then it's all better. The yin yang, it's the coming together, the balance. It says love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. It does. Especially this connection. That time wasn't wasted. That was the biggest wake-up call of your life. That's lovely, finding the balance. The affirmator, let's see then. Self-love. Okay. Who can love yourself as much as what you should love yourself? Your divine counterpart. I don't know if that come out. But it's like, you're the best. No, you are. They just don't see the flaws in one another. They just understand and love. Have this unconditional love for each other. So, I openly embrace a feeling of self-love. Seriously, the PG kind. Why? Did you get busted before doing something that wasn't PG? Okay, because now we have, I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have, and I show myself love any way that I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? Yeah, no more sleeping on the couch. You want to be huddled up together in this beautiful sexual union here, in this Joyville. This is I told you, self-torture. Self-harming, look. Punishing himself. You got this, Divine Masculine. Those who are brave are free, in reverse. This is ended up being quite a good reading and making all the sense that it needed to. We're looking at the bottom of the decks. Okay. Well, first of all, let's have a look at this card that came out on its own, this 6th card. As it's been sitting there, it kind of, when it was flat, it looked like it was like from 2 dimensions. Okay. Oh, he's got his heart by his throat. It looks like he's sweating, like he's nervous. Oh, okay, let's read this message. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, and nothing is missing. So regardless of the Divine Masculine's choices at this time, here's the message. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, and nothing is missing. Beautiful. I don't know, I can hear this kid calling Mum. He's like, Mum! So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's been going on, look. Some deceitfulness. That is the card of deceit and envy. He could have been, if this Divine Masculine is not married, like actually with the children's mum anymore, he may have been introducing the Divine Feminine, talking about her, maybe sharing plans. And the little one, there is lots of spins on this story, the little one could have gone away and, of course, like they're going to, is they're excited, share them plans with their mum. And then that can obviously have a knock-on effect with things coming out of the woodwork. It looks like the masculine's out of there anyway. I feel like he doesn't really have anyone to explain himself to, apart from himself. And to just do the right thing, I want to say, for him and the children. Him first. Children will always be happy. Happy parents, happy children. Inspiration. He's got that voice inside him. It's a Divine Feminine. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James L. Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Whatever he's got to say, it's needed to be said. Okay? It's like, it's about time that someone says it. It's like, bravo, bravo. Okay. End of the heartache. Them swords need to be pulled down. It's like it's breaking 3 people's hearts. First of all, I felt it was the masculine and the children. But you can just look at it with the 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. This is third-party situation. 3 people's hearts are involved. Pull out the swords. Once the Divine Masculine is stable, as the King of Cups, he has his emotions under control, where he's just wanting joy. It's not they're under control, they're like out of control. Like the hair. What's that bit of straight hair? Okay. Oh, we've got sacred union. So the sexual union is an option on the table, depending on the time. Okay. But we have sacred union. Honour and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So the sacred union's there, regardless. It doesn't affect anything. All it is it's how long you'll be apart in the physical, seems to be the issue. If you leave it much longer. And we know that's not like a scare tactic. Oh look, it's got only time will tell. That's not a scare tactic. That's your heart telling you what to do. That's for the whole world, really. This isn't like a divine counterparts, now or never. No, no one said that. There's no such thing as a time, is there? So it's forever. It's eternal, this love. Honour and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Timing's all up to you. You can take responsibility for that one. Wow, take responsibility for time. Okay, up the right way. The power of imagination makes us infinite. Yes. Okay. We need to just end on some guidance. Let's get a journey of love. Let's have some coffee. Or we're going to get the power of love as well. Let's see what the power of love can do. Is doing. I was going to say it's not actually the divine counterparts that are pulling the scare tactics at the moment, are they? This has nothing to do with the divine feminine at all. For once. But everything to do with the divine feminine. For once. Wow. For once in my life, I've got someone who needs me. Self-love. You realise that love of self is necessary to love another. Yes, it is. So settle, Jasper. You're meant to be resting. Today you're meant to be just being with you. Whether that's you in solitary or you with you. The yin yang. The person that does balance you out. Physically and energetically. Either way, those who are brave are free. Self-love. You're the best. No, you are. What a thing to argue about. I think it's perfect disagreement. I don't know why I hold it up. It just says self-love. You realise that love of self is necessary to love another. As what's the old? Old. Don't we like saying that word? As the old saying goes, you can't love somebody else until you love yourself. It's true. The most important goal you can achieve in this physical dimension is that of loving yourself unconditionally. And it's a tough one. You are the very person who knows your dark secrets, faults and shortcomings the best. Who's the other person that knows your dark secrets, faults and shortcomings the best as well? You divine feminine. She knows all your dark secrets. Okay. And that's why it's hard to kind of get close to her. You know that she knows she's a reflection of you. Self-love. It's like when you don't love your divine feminine, you're not loving you. When you don't love your divine masculine, okay, you're not loving you, and vice versa. I think I said it that way anyway. Should we get back to the card about self-loving? Even with all the screw-ups. As the old saying goes, you can't love somebody else until you love yourself. It's true. The most important goal you can achieve in this physical dimension is that of loving yourself unconditionally. And it's a tough one. You are the very person who knows your dark secrets, faults and shortcomings the best. It's easy to see the good in other people because you don't know anyone but yourself inside and out. Do you really think that you are the only person you know who is not worthy of your love? Your soul is perfect. Your human shell is imperfect, and so is everyone else's. The quality of love you give out is only as good as the quality of love you have for yourself. So stop shortchanging the world by not loving yourself with the same intensity you do others. You've made mistakes, but you've learned from them. That's what progress and spiritual evolution are all about. Love your weaknesses as much as your strengths, because they are your teachers. Your weaknesses, your divine feminine is your weakness, as well as your strength, because they are your greatest teachers. So let's get this journey of love, in case I'm like annoying you a bit. I didn't do it. Divine done this. The swan. You're not an ugly duckling. It's time to be that regal swan. And gracefully show yourself off to the world. That's all I've got to say. Let's see what the journey of love wants to say though. Don't get nervous. I felt like I was giving you a little I can feel it. Woman of light, 49. We can tell this here. So it comes in with the colours here with the self-love. Woman of light. Just thought I'd remind you in case you've forgotten. 49. Speaks about pure joy again. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, and I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh, coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess. She who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold one, to actually be able to get your hands on it. Okay, we talk about the divine feminine. So this oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, the divine feminine, either within your own soul, because you're not separated, as part of your spiritual destiny, or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold one is a gracious special gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you are having trouble discerning, let's have a drink. It's all getting a bit too much now, isn't it? It's like, tell me about it. Okay. If you're having trouble with your hair, just tuck it behind your ears. Okay. Right. Better? Better. If you're having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones, but love and devotion, so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. Okay, let's going to do the poem. Ready? Ready. I asked God for a deepening of my love, without realising that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and still be safe. In surrender to the possible lay the greatest potential for love, at levels before unknown, like a cistern that holds the nectar of life and gives it precious liquid, only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift, for if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, with each kiss, always whole. Woo! I'm out of here. Right, Divine Masculine, looks like all this is in your hands now. Okay, I'm handing it over. Take care, have a fantastic day. Much love. Bye for now.